All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with the very crafty, skillful Southpaw Cordell Booker. Cordell, good to finally get you on the channel, man. I remember, seeing you at the WBA convention, and I've been kind of talking back and forth with your manager Paul about setting this up. So it's good to finally get you on here.
And I appreciate you having me on here. It's good to good to for people to know who I am. So thank you for sharing your platform with me.
No, for sure, for sure. I always got time for the guys that really put in the real work in the fight games. It's not always about like the big names with me. It's really about the whole sport of
Yeah.
boxing. So Cordell, you got an interesting story, man. I know it's been told many times. You told it a lot going into the Fundora fight, but I know, you do come from a rough background, so to speak, like a lot of fighters. There was a story about the guy Judge White, and you getting a second chance. Could you tell that story real quickly? Because I know people may not know that about you.
Just to make it quick, so because I don't want to bore anybody, but
Yeah.
that judge who was judging my court case, I was facing a mandatory 13 years. He was also the judge at my fights in the Golden Gloves, and my first fight in the Golden Gloves that I had, he was there, and he was in the bathroom after I won. And it was actually the same. That was my first time having my mom come to a fight. So
Yeah.
I was like, it was a lot of emotions already going into that fight because she didn't really believe in me. She thought it was a joke that I was going to be a fighter. And so I already had that built up. And then going into the bathroom and seeing him and then talking to him. And he stormed out of the bathroom immediately. He didn't say anything to me when I said, "That's White."
Yeah.
And that was like, I thought that was the worst thing I could have did. But soon thereafter, I just got probation and a second chance at life.
And you seem to have parlayed it pretty well into a good career for yourself in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Like it's things like this, like you talking to me. Like I get upset about where my career is at times, and then somebody like you would come, right, and say something to me like that, and I'm like, damn, I came a long way, and like here I am upset because I'm not getting certain fights that I want, and then it's like, but bro, I could have just not had this career at all. So thank you for bringing that up because it's a reminder, like, bro, you came a long way.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta always remind yourself where you started from, so you don't lose sight of where you're at and ultimately where you're going. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no,
I needed that. Thank you.
no problem. You mentioned being frustrated with your career right now. So I guess that the next question will be is where is your career right now following the Fundora fight? Being I'm what 35 years old now.
Yeah, 35. It's in a weird place because to be honest, like when I fight guys and I beat them, when I beat guys, they get better opportunities. Like it's like, oh, you lost to Cordell, come lose on Top Rank, come lose on the Zone, come. I'm like, and I look at the dudes, I'm like, why did he now gets to fight a bigger fight after fighting me, but then I fight Fundora, the best guy at 154, the fight
Yep.
that nobody wanted to take, because people try to act like, oh, like I just stumbled upon that opportunity. You think these dudes didn't get that call before me?
No.
Let's be real. Come on,
Plenty,
like,
plenty, plenty of guys got a call
come
before.
on, bro. Let's be real. Like, and that's the thing is that I always been pretty like chill with the like business side of it. But since I'm being blackballed, bro, I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm gonna start talking about it. Like, come on, bro. Let's be real. There's no way I was the only person who got that call. So when they called me and they told me who turned down the fight, they like, yo, would you take it? I'm like, bro, let's go. Like, I ain't never turned on no smoke. But
Yeah,
come on. Just think about all the most popular guys at 154. They got that call before me.
they did. No, they definitely did. I mean, he's a 6 foot, what, 7, but
Yeah.
so I can see why guys aren't eager to do it.
Yeah.
But if you're a fighter, you're supposed to take on all comers. The fighters
Yeah.
are supposed to say yes, and the managers are supposed to do the managing.
Yeah. And I mean that's probably really what happens for a lot of these dudes. Like they can always point to the manager, like, oh, they didn't ask me, they asked, or they could say it never got to them.
the popular line is, yeah, that never came across my table.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this is like, come on, bro. You know, the manager is gonna steer you in a way, but they're gonna let you know what's on the table,
yeah.
and then you make that decision. So when these guys said it never got to them, it's a lie, and the manager's just a flak jacket.
For sure. Your manager actually tweeted me last night because I was going on this long-winded rant about Callum Walsh and Max Kellerman's commentary about Callum Walsh. They said that you guys are trying to make that fight happen, and that's a fight that wasn't able to happen because of, I guess, Zuffa and them didn't want to do the fight with you. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, Zuffa. I don't know what it is. Zuffa must not like me or something because they asked me to fight Berlanga, Edgar Berlanga, when they just fought Stephen Butler. I
Yeah.
said yes immediately. Said yes immediately. They said you'll come up from 154. I'm like absolutely. I'm like, bro, I just want the best fights, the biggest fights. I want the opportunity. Um, and then like what. I'm 35 years old. What am I going to do? Keep trying to figure out the perfect opportunity. So I say yes to Berlanga. They said no. I shouldn't say they said no. They didn't call me back. So I guess I didn't fit the look that they wanted for him. Um, and the same thing for Callum Walsh.
Mm.
Like that came across us a couple times, but every time we say yes, I'm not saying Callum Walsh is saying no, but
It's people.
his people
Yeah.
not saying yes. And honestly, bro, it gotta get to him. So he's saying no too, actually. Now I think about because there's no way it's not coming to him. Like they're saying, yo, do you want to fight this guy? Because you gonna tell me the dude he just fought, that's a better that's a better win than fighting me. Like I'm not saying I'm Boots. I got the name like Ryan Garcia or none of these guys. But who was that guy?
The
At
guy he
least
fought
at least
had
I fought Fundora.
he fought Hamza Shiraz, and Hamza Shiraz knocked him out like in a round or two. I think he had like one knockout in 28 fights.
All right, so come on. Like I, it, they're not with certain fighters, like they're matching them tough on Zuffa, but then with certain guys, they're hand picking
Yeah,
who they want to be matched tough.
they're doing what all the other promoters do.
Yeah. They're trying
Super.
to act like we're matching them tough, but then the popular guys get to pick what they want to do.
Mm, yeah. So these videos when I clip them up and start posting everywhere on Twitter and whatnot, they tend to get people. So if you could give the management and to the fighters as well of Callum Walsh and Edgar Berlanga a message, what would you say to them about fighting you?
I'm still here. I will take the fight. I don't see. There's no like interference in a way. Like I don't have a promoter. It's just me and my manager. It's very easy to get the fight done. If you guys don't know, you can ask Fundora. I mean, I didn't come back with many things to say. They called me. They said, "What do you want?" I said what I wanted to be paid, and that was it. I didn't ask for gloves. I didn't ask nothing. That's it. I just asked for what I wanted to be compensated, and that was it. What weight are we gonna fight at? Are we fighting at 154 for both belts? All right, let's go. That's it. There was nothing else on my end. It's very easy to make fights with me.
Yeah. So
So
like
they will.
Keith Thurman had the line back in the day where he said, "I'm a yes man." If you talk to me, I'm a yes man. So would you say like when it comes to making fights, are you for the most part are you a yes man?
I mean, I'm not like at the end of the day, you only get paid if you fight.
Correct.
You only gonna get bigger fights if you fight. So I'm just trying to get the fights. My career, like I said, I'm 35 years old. How much longer do I have to do this? So I'm trying to make these things happen. And these guys are younger, so they could steer things the way they want and you know pick who they want to fight. But at the end of the day, they selling themselves short.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. With Edgar, in particular, Cordell, I know you fought him in the amateurs, so you guys know each other somewhat. Do you think that has anything to do with maybe why he wouldn't fight you? Is there anything that he may remember from them fights that is
Uh, nah, I mean, to be honest, bro, in his scenario, like it could have been. it could have been like that. The weight could have been an issue with the commission. Um, New York, and like I think New York and Vegas got like some of the toughest commissions, and they probably ran interference on that. Like me not being a real 168 fighting at Madison Square
Yeah,
Garden, they probably didn't want that. So, but I mean, either way, if I still want to fight, like if we could get the
yeah,
fight happening, I will fight, bro. It don't matter. I will fight, but I don't actually think like he had an issue with the fight because. To be real with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. He 168
yep,
now. And he a big 168. So I don't think
yeah.
he views me as a problem. For him, he probably sees me as a good boxer, but I don't think he would see me as like, oh, this is. I don't think he would think I'm actually gonna be a tough fight for him. He probably want that lick back, and that'd be dope. It's a dope build up.
Yeah,
Like
it
we
has a
can
good
run it back.
backstory.
Yeah, we can run it back.
Okay, well, hopefully, it could happen. Connecticut versus Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah. Um, I want to kind of go back to that Fundora fight because you brought it up, Cordell. It was an entertaining fight while it lasted. You brought the fight to Fundora. Um, what's it like in there with him? Was there anything that surprised you being in there with him, and how do you feel like that fight has made you grow as a fighter, even as a person?
Like you said, bro, while it lasted, I had fun while it lasted. um, bro, to be real, it's there will never be another like fighter who can make me feel like the ring just felt so small. Even though we were in a giant ring, there was a lot of room to move. Like when I came out to the ring, I'm like, oh, this is a lot. Like I could use the ring. Um, and he got better. I got to be real. He got better. He got
Mm,
better. He was a lot better than what he was on tape. Against Tszyu and all the previous fights that he had with like Jamonte Clark, Mendoza. He kept giving up his height. He's no longer giving up his height so easy. You're gonna fight to get inside, and then he still is a great inside fighter. And I just happened to be the first guy who had to who had he was practicing his boxing, so then he went against Tim and he fought Tim the second time a lot better. It was just it's not you're never gonna see another person who's 6'6". He's gonna be the only 154 6'6" world champion probably that we ever see. Well, at least in our lifetime that we'll ever see.
who do you even bring in for sparring to spar that guy?
Yeah, we had a guy. He do like bare knuckle boxing and stuff. Who's 6'8". He was
Okay,
a light heavyweight, cruiserweight. So he was heavier than Fundora. So he wasn't really moving as quick as Fundora. And I also kept saying, like, yeah, we could bring in guys who are tall, but if they were as good as Fundora, then they would be world champion too.
correct. Be expensive
Right.
sparring.
Right. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know the height's a big thing, but what about like maybe his how would you describe his power or his punches when he touched you? What did it feel like, and how was it different than, let's say, other guys you fought?
Oh, he's powerful. He's powerful. I wouldn't call him the most powerful puncher I fought. Even though I got stopped. There, he's his left hand, man. His left hand got real good power, real good power. He's a power puncher. Both hands. He better with his left hand though. Um, his right hand is gotten better. It's just like it's very active. It's an active lead hand. So he kind of places you in places you don't really want to go, or you're fighting to
Mm.
get around it. So he became a better fighter. If I had to fight him again, I will fight totally different because I fought based on what I knew before.
Yeah.
So now I ain't gonna lie, bro. If they let me run it back, like I get that chance to run it back, I'm just going straight in. Like it's either me or you. Like
That's it.
we sending it. It's up. Like round so ding. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna turn it
That's
into a
it.
street fight.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's it. It's one way. So only if somebody get knocked out, we gotta. That's the only way.
Okay. Well, I know you sparred Jaron Ennis too, Cordell. How
Yeah.
how 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 would you say Jaron Ennis is how is he different from Fundora in the ring? Like what do both those guys do in the ring that we on the outside can't see?
Uh, for Boots, he's very sharp. Boots is a very sharp fighter, and I know like you could say that about a lot of fighters, like they're sharp, but there's not too many people who are like sharp with their punches, sharp with their defense,
Mm,
sharp with their movements. He makes very sharp, precise steps, movements. He he was born to do this. He's like another fighter who was born to be a fighter, and you could tell like he studied his craft. Um, but if you asking me him versus him, yeah, bro,
yeah,
if that's
that's
what you go getting at, I'm not picking anybody over Fundora. If that's what you are
there.
leaning towards, I'm not.
Well, I was gonna get there eventually, so you got Fundora over Boots. They fight,
Yeah, I got Fundora. Even though Mendoza beat Fundora, I would still bet on Fundora versus Mendoza. Like
or yeah, or Boots.
like no, I'm saying like even though Mendoza beat Fundora,
Uh huh.
I would still bet on Fundora to beat Mendoza. Like even his loss, I would still be like, he gonna like Fundora. Just he's 6'6". He got better. He's using his range. He's using his height. He's boxing. He can still fight inside. Well, it's tough, Like
Do you got him over Boots?
I would have to. I would have to pick
Yeah.
more. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to? Do I want to? Like, I rock with Boots. I hope Boots ain't mad at me for picking against him. But
Yeah.
like, I just, I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see the. I see him it being a great fight. I'm not saying he gonna just, easy W,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't see the at 54. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see anybody
Because
beating him at 154.
you mentioned how sharp Boots is and how he has those natural fighting instincts because he was born and bred to do this. That's not enough to overcome that freight train of 6'7" Sebastian Fundora coming
Nah,
forward.
nah. I mean, I just don't see it that way. But that
Okay.
doesn't mean I'm right. That don't mean I'm right.
Yeah.
But it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I've been in the ring with both of them. I've
Yeah.
been in
Yeah.
shared the ring with both of them, and I think both of them are tremendous talents. I think they both are like going to be like Hall of Famers. Both of them. I think they both have that type of skill and that talent. So I would love to see that clash between the two of them, but I just don't. I'm going with Fundora. From being in the ring with him and bringing the ring with him, I'm going with the 6'7" guy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about on a basketball game?
I don't know.
Because Boots can hoop a little
I
bit.
don't think Fundora can hoop, yo. I don't think he can ball, bro. I ain't. Because if he could ball, he's 6'7", he'd be in the league, bro.
He
Nah,
be
he can't hoop. He can't hoop. I know he's doo-doo at basketball.
yeah.
He gotta be. He gotta be. You feel me? And Boosie ambidextrous, so he might
Yeah.
hit you with the left hand
Yeah,
and right hand. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
I've
So,
seen highlights of Boots play basketball. I don't think Fundora has that kind of coordination for basketball.
nah, he ain't no hooper, bro. If he'll be in the NBA, or he would at
Yeah,
least play some college ball or something.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I saw reports also on Twitter. I don't know if they were true or not that potentially there was a Lara fight in the works with you and Lara. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, we tried. We so when Johnny Beck popped dirty,
Mm-hmm.
we had got the call. Anybody, I mean, they're trying to just get anybody to get and take the fight, and I was just a little too. I was a little too heavy at the time to make 160 because you still had to fight for the title, and it was like 2 or 3 days notice, and I was just kind of nervous about like if I go out there on 2 to 3 days notice and I do make weight and I come up like short or potentially you can get stopped like that too. Um,
Correct.
where will my career end up then? So I just wanted to double back. So I've been trying to see if we could get that fight. Um, being that he's an older guy, I'm an older guy.
Yeah, yeah.
We could make it happen.
And I mean, you are a skillful fighter, and you did show in the Fedora fight that you're willing to get in there and, and rumble if need be. You don't have a big knockout ratio on paper,
Nah,
so you don't think that would entice them to double back and take the fight?
yeah, I think that makes everybody like kind of want to take the fight with me, that being that I don't have like the cracks like a Mike Tyson or a Tank or somebody like that. I think that it always makes people like, oh, we could fight him because he don't have punching power.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not that I don't have power. That's just not really my game. Like, and if I did have power like Tank, bro, boxing would be so much more fun. I keep it real, bro. Like
Yeah.
like I could just chill for 8 rounds and then just
Bang.
fight
That's it.
over.
Let's
Like
go home.
I'll be looking good for 7 rounds, just moving my head, slipping, carrying the fight for a little bit, knockout.
Yeah. But not everybody's blessed with that like get out of jail free power.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's that's like you got to be born with that.
For real. No, you do. Um, I know one of the things that you talked about. Well, I've seen it on your Instagram. One of the guys you fought in the amateurs in the past was Patrick Day. You know,
Yeah,
fallen warrior, awesome fighter
yeah,
in his time. What do you remember about those fights, and what could you say about Patrick Day? Because yeah, from my understanding, you had like a friendship with him.
yeah. That was my dog, bro. Rest in peace, Pat Day, bro.
Yeah,
Like long live the homie, bro. Pat, I swear to God, bro. You could talk to anybody in New York. Pat was the nicest, most genuine boxer you probably would have ever met if you did or didn't meet him. Did you meet him?
I never had a chance to meet him, but I know a
Man,
lot of fighters from New York, and everyone that ever met him told me that he was the best guy ever. I actually had a chance earlier in the year to go to the Jimmy train at Freeport Powell over there in New
yeah.
York, and
Yo, Joe Higgins, Jim.
yep, and everybody there was there's Patrick Day stuff all over the wall, and everyone just talks so nicely of Pat. So everybody's saying
Yeah,
it's got to be true, you
bro.
know?
Pat, you'll be like, yo, how is he a fighter? He's
Yeah,
so nice as a person. I fought Pat 4 times, never won one fight.
damn.
but I will say one of those they for sure robbed me though, for sure.
So
Um, but they were always close fights. The other ones were very close, but no, one of them I ain't gonna lie, scraped me. One of them he scraped me. Like I wanted to win so bad, and I was just trying so hard to knock him out. He just outboxed me so easy. It was the third time we fought. He just outpointed me so easy, and we had a friendship because the first time we fought,
yeah,
I had just turned open. He was my second open fight, and he was number
hmm
one in the country. So he couldn't believe I fought him that close, um, that hard. And I was like, "Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna be number one. Like I'm coming for your spot."
yeah,
And like every chance I got, I wanted to fight him. I never, and he respected that because a lot of people would duck fighting him. But anytime I could fight him, that was like I was like, nah, I want this scrap. Um, and like he just, I would say what I learned the most from Pat being in those wars was just like I had to stay mentally focused.
mm,
Because that third fight where I was just trying to knock him out, there was no game plan. I just went out there swinging, hoping that I would get the fight over with because I kept losing to him. And that was the fight where I'm like, all right, you got to be more thoughtful. Like, this really is a thinking man's game. It's not
correct.
about who's the toughest, who hits the hardest. This guy, I mean, he made it so easy, so easy. He beat me easy. That was one of the worst fights I ever had as an amateur.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed because my family was there. And a lot of people from New York wanted to see me and Pat fight because we always had great fights. And that was not a great fight. That was one sided. Like he packed me up. He packed me up.
I like how you keep it real, Cordell. But it's my first time really talking to you extended. You keep it real with everything, even if it's not to your benefit, which a lot of fighters
Yeah,
aren't like that.
that's
But
straight, bro.
it sounds like those Patrick Day fights. Those are the fights that really help mature you in the sport of boxing and probably even in life to a degree.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's how what I believe is how you do anything is how you're gonna do everything. So
I
like,
believe that
if
too.
I chose to quit right and not
Mhm.
face Pat as much as I can because I was losing to him, then that's what I would become. You know, I would just always back down every time something tough came my way. Like I will fight Fundora again, even though I give him a lot of respect and a lot of um, admiration for how he turned his career around from being stopped to becoming a better boxer. I will still fight him again because all I have to do is be the better man that day.
That's it. It's a one-off event. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like the NBA where you got to win 4 out of 7. You know.
Yeah, I just gotta be the better man that day. That's it.
Correct. Correct. I know Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu. I don't know if Tim Tszyu's in the campaign at 54-60, but
I say staying at 160.
staying at 160.
Yeah,
Would that be a fight? I'm sure that fight would interest you.
for sure. For sure. I'm
Yeah.
hoping I'm on the names, you know what I mean? The list of names. Since he just fought Spence, he already got the lefty. He might as well just pick another lefty, keep him in the groove. So
That,
that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I'll go to Australia too.
well, there you go. So if this gets to the no limit people, because sometimes like, I'd be surprised to be watching these videos like with a lot of people, but hopefully that could be a fight. Do you have anything lined up, Cordell? Anything coming up?
We've been working on trying to get a former world champion in the ring. We got a couple of names that we've been looking
Okay,
at.
can't can't,
Yeah, I'm
can't say
hoping. I'm
them.
hoping. Yeah, I'm because I just want to make sure it actually happens,
Yeah, yeah.
so that way I could keep moving my career forward. Um, I'm trying to do anything to make this work and fight the best guys. So hopefully this work out.
You seem to really love boxing, Cordell. Is that correct? Do you love the
Yeah,
sport?
yeah, I
What?
enjoy it. I love boxing. I don't love the business of boxing. I love
Um,
boxing.
same, same.
Yeah, I love
What?
boxing. Got to be clear about that.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you love the sport of boxing? Everybody has a reason why I love it, but why do you love it?
First off, it saved my life, saved me from going to jail for 13 years. Secondly, I think it's the best strategic thing I could do with my body. Pause. That sounds kind of wild. Right? Like you're there's no other sport that's like as unforgiving, right? Like if I
Yeah,
don't put in work and put in the time on my craft, like it's gonna show up. If I'm out doing road work and I get in the ring, it's gonna show up. If I'm not practicing my defense, it's gonna show up. I ain't jumping rope, but my step ain't there, it's gonna show up. Somebody gonna expose it. And it's a game of chess, but it's really with your fists, your feet, head movement. It's just a lot of moving components to it. So um I don't think there's any better athlete than the top athletes in boxing.
I agree. There isn't. You got to have such a different sort of mentality to be a fighter, like to get in the ring, and then even when you're not fighting, to deal with, like you said, the business. I mean, everything that comes with being a top level fighter, everything in the ring and outside of it,
Yeah.
it's enough to make you become a bitter person. Because I've seen the boxing business turn so many people bitter and angry towards life, and I've been that guy
Yeah,
sometimes, and I'm not even a fighter or a manager, so.
bro, because it's bad. It's really bad, and a lot of like I really want to say this on your platform. A
Go ahead.
lot of times, what you guys see, you don't see the best fighter fighting the best fighter. You see the most marketable fighter fighting the most marketable fighter, and a lot of times you guys get it confused because Bud has been the best for a long time,
Mhm.
but because he wasn't the most marketable, he wasn't getting the fights that against the most marketable guys. And the list can go on and on. You see a lot of guys who are just marketable. All right,
Mhm.
they got the money behind them. You gonna see them. You know what
They're
I
good
mean? You
at
go,
talking. They're good at
yeah. Or they got a
Instagram.
yeah, or they got a good look. They got it's something that stands out and makes them marketable. Which the promoter has to make money. So understand it's a business. You're not gonna see the best guys. Some of the best guys will never get an opportunity because they're just not marketable, or they don't have the money behind them. You will
Yeah,
always see somebody, whoever you see, you're always gonna see them because the money's gonna stay behind them. And they already invested enough too much money to let a guy fail unless he just
correct.
keep getting stopped.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you had an Instagram post and basically you just said it now. You said that talent doesn't sell in boxing, and that a fighter's skill can actually be a debt to a promoter. So a guy can be skillful but not marketable, and that actually puts the promoters in the red. Could you expand upon that for people out there?
Yeah, for sure. Like we might as well keep it on Bud, right? So
Yep.
Bud had to get out of that contract with Top Rank, right? Because
Hmm.
he couldn't get the fights that he wanted that could boost his star
Profile.
power,
Yeah.
right? He needed stardom. He needed star power. So people like the mainstream, we knew who he was, but more people knew who Errol Spence was than Bud, and Bud
Right.
did more in boxing than Spence. But then once Bud beat Spence, now everybody wanted to know who is he? Who is this guy?
Yeah. Where's he been at?
Like,
You know.
like what? But everybody knew. Everybody who's real boxing fans knew
Hmm.
Bud this whole time. So just to show people like that's why marketability is more important sometimes than skill. Because Bud had all the talent, all the accolades, more accolades than Errol Spence, and he still didn't have the same popularity till he beat Spence. Then was able to parlay that into fighting Canelo. And look, he's still ain't a bigger star than Canelo. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no one's bigger star than Canelo because Canelo was getting so much money put behind him at such a young age that it's almost impossible for anybody to be a bigger star than Canelo just because of
Yeah,
all the.
absolutely. You're
Mhm.
correct. I'm just saying though, but he should be a bigger star than Canelo.
Yeah.
For beating him, the people who are fans of Canelo should be like, well, I should be fans of
Yeah.
Crawford because if you're a
So,
fan of the sport and the skill, then you should be a fan of the guy who beat him.
well, unfortunately, me and you both know that that's not how it normally is with fans. They're
Yeah,
fans of fighters for reasons that have nothing to do with boxing.
right.
But it's like look at let's say Zaire Rahim. He fought Eric Morales and he
Hmm.
beat Eric Morales, but that didn't make him a bigger star. You know what I mean? That doesn't always equate to being a bigger star.
No, it sometimes like it helps, but like sometimes it's almost like why did I fight and beat this dude?
Yeah,
Like
you get punished for
if
winning.
like yeah, like I'm gonna beat
Yeah,
this dude and then now I'm gonna try to fight bigger fights and people are like, oh wait, he beat him? I don't want to
yeah,
fight him. Like he beat him. Like and he's like, yo, aren't I supposed to? Wasn't I supposed to try to win? And so
yeah,
like now you win as a guy. You beat the guy who people are saying is that guy, and now you
yeah,
can't get fights.
yeah. It's like a guy that I know you spar with, and I know a guy I know that you know is kind of like that. He's a friend of mine. Ian Green's like that.
Yeah,
Ian Green.
yeah,
Ian Green is a very good fighter in the 160, 168 pound
yeah,
range, and he's still he hasn't lost for 8 years. He can't get
yeah,
he can't get a fight. He says yes to fights, kind of like yourself. Says yes to
yeah.
fights, can't get the damn fights.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I love boxing. I'm a fan of boxing. It's not the business of it.
So let me ask you this. So we know the plight of the promoters. They have their favorites. They're gonna put money behind their certain guys. What can the guys in your position, the guys that are very skillful, but maybe find themselves on the wrong side of the whole marketing aspect of boxing? How do you guys combat that? How do you become, I guess, marketable enough to where you can get the fights?
So to be honest, bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. What I
Mm-hmm.
did was I ran my own playbook.
Mm-hmm.
So I had these local cards over here in
Connecticut.
Connecticut. So what I would do is I would just fight a guy who either was around the way, who like they kind of was like, oh, he's good and saying I'm not that good, but I know damn well he can't beat me. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just take short money on the fight. Like the Vendetti fight was a tough fight, but I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid
Yeah.
well for that fight.
Yeah.
But I knew because he fought Erislandy Lara
That's
for the
right.
world title. I was like,
Mm.
oh well, he fought for the world title. If I beat him, then they gonna have to put me in the rankings, and that's how I got ranked in the top 10, and then eventually got the fight with Fundora. So if guys got to take risks, just plain and simple. Wherever you at home, and they got somebody like that around the way, call out that guy, ask for that fight. That's all. I kept barking for that fight, calling him
Yeah.
out his name, did everything to make him want to take the fight with me because all he wanted to do was beat me up. He didn't care anymore. So,
He was
but
just like,
like,
yo, to
I
hell
just
with
want
this
to,
guy.
yeah, he just wanted to
Yeah.
punch me in the face because I was just posting about him. Like, I was killing him too on on Instagram. I was posting his face like, I just want to punch this dude in the face. I just do anything to antagonize him. Shout out to Greg too. He's a good dude, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, he
But
really
business is
is.
business, you
But like,
know?
I had to do what I needed to get him to fight me. Um,
Okay.
but after that, it was all love because honestly, if I didn't get that fight with him, I don't think I would have ended up in the predicament I got to be in.
With Fundora, yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Um, I was hearing going into the Fundora fight, Cordell, that you never really had a training camp, a real training camp, till that fight. Is that's
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that's the truth. I never
Yeah.
had, I mean, like, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Like, how would I have a real training camp if I gotta work?
Got a job. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Sure.
got I have a job. I have a legit like fighters don't have jobs. Their job is boxing, so they get to train. Like if I only had bro, if I only had to train, bro, I wouldn't fight 154. I fight 147. But it's
Mm.
just like, bro, I'm not about to do all that while I'm still trying to have a job, have a life, run a gym, run a youth program. There's just too much stuff going on in my life, but I still love boxing and I want to fight. So, I fight what I can make.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, because a lot of fighters I've talked to recently and over the years, that's the main thing I always hear is that I don't know what training camp is because I never had a training camp.
Yeah, bro, training camp was dope. Like, I've never been that close to weight, just like walking around in my life. Like, I was walking around places to the gyms, and people were like, yo, you already at weight? And I'm like, nah, I was like a good 11 pounds overweight, but I just looked, man, ripped up, chiseled. I ain't had to flex or nothing. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn. But like, you can't sustain that for life, but it was cool to just be like in camp, waking up, running, head road work when I wake up, go back, watch tape of him, chill for a little bit, go back, hit the gym, leave, do another workout. Sometimes doing 3 days. It's
You
like,
just locked away from civilization. You just boxing, boxing, boxing.
yeah, bro, I was, man, I promise you, I gave everything I had to win that fight. Like, and sometimes it just come up short. And like that shit hurt me bad for a while. I had to
Yeah.
like get
The
over
Fundora
that.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause when I tell you I gave everything I had in camp, like, bro, I didn't cut no corners, nothing. He's just the better man.
So like for people that have never fought on that level and have never had that happen to them, like can you take us to like the range of emotions of what's that like? So obviously I'm sure you don't feel good at first, but like how do you get to a place where you're once again mentally fit enough to like start fighting again?
The biggest thing is just don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't be a bitch, bro. A lot of times, we just gonna like start bitching.
Yeah.
I'm
Feeling
sorry if
sorry.
that's yeah, like
No, no, speak
I,
freely. Speak
oh,
freely.
all right, cool. Like yeah, bro. Like man, shit gonna happen, bro. Like you know how many people would die to be in a predicament that I was in? How many fighters would have just won an opportunity to fight on that stage, fight for a world title? I fought for two that night. you
At the
know?
Mandalay Bay, place where a
Yeah,
lot of great
like
fights happen.
bro,
Yep.
it's like and like you said in the beginning of this, bro, I could have been locked away. And I went from going there to fight at Mandalay Bay. Like, man, it didn't get no greater. Like at that point, when I walked in there, all I was thinking about was like, yo, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I've changed my life so much, but this could change my life even more. I could keep going, keep striving for greater. Um, I fell short, but I'm not done. I'm not
No,
done.
for sure.
I don't feel bad for myself.
No, that's the important thing because I feel like in life and definitely in boxing, people just feel bad for themselves. They lay around, they woe is me. So it's good that you're putting that out there. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nah, wait. I thought you were about to ask me another question. I
Well,
didn't
my
want
bad.
to.
No, no. I was just saying. But
Yeah, nah, you absolutely right, but and but the only reason why I said like stop being a bitch is because like that's really just the plain and simple. Like we could sugarcoat it and be like, oh, don't feel bad,
you know,
don't be a bitch, bro. Stop bitching. Like you gonna win, you gonna lose in any sport you do. You're gonna win and you're gonna lose. Actually, anything you do.
in
You might
life,
come
like
up short,
business.
yeah, like yeah, bro. And it's like you gonna be a bitch about one fight or one deal or one video or one bro, just shut the fuck up, keep going.
That's
Like that's it, just keep on moving. We
yeah,
got this. All of us, we all got what it takes. It's just who's gonna stick it out. Like, bro, there's somebody who wanna be like you. Right,
that's
like
true.
you might see somebody and be like, "Yo, they got a better opportunity than you to do some shit with boxing." But there's
Mm.
somebody who's looking at you like, "Why you got what you got?" They
Yeah,
think they're
yeah,
better than you at what you do. They
yeah.
they they feel like they work harder than you. I don't think they do, but what I'm saying is they want to be in your shoes, and there's other fighters who want to be in my predicament. So for me to be down on myself about getting the opportunity that thousands of boxers, thousands, will never get. They'll never get that opportunity. Only a small percent will get the opportunity that I got. And yeah, it was only given to me because a lot of other boxers bitched up. And so they had to come to me. But at least I still got it.
And and when the call came, you stepped up. So
Yeah,
you can't down a man who's stepping up to the plate and making things happen in boxing and in life.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Cordell, I know you follow the sport pretty close, right? Are there any like what are the fights that really potential matchups in boxing that really get you excited, or fights that are signed right now?
I was excited about the Devin Haney
Keyshawn fight?
yeah, yeah, bro. That turning down 3 mil is crazy to me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not in their shoes, so I guess, I probably wouldn't know what that's like. I guess. I don't know. I just
Yeah,
wouldn't. The one thing I could say, being an older guy to a
yeah,
younger guy, is like, bro, I'm not trying to tell him what to do. And he probably be like, who the fuck are you, who am I anyway? But it's
yeah.
like, the one thing we mistake is we think we got more time. We think we always
Mm.
got time. And it's like, bro, that could pass you by. Devin Haney could go fight somebody else. You could go fight somebody else. One of y'all could lose.
Can get
That'll
an
never be on
injury.
the table. And then never be on the table again. Look at the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. We'll never
Mm.
like we wanted that fight when it was there.
I wanted it
That
bad
fight,
back then.
that
Yeah,
fight will never be the same. We'll never win it the same way. They both done did different things, lost different fights. We just don't have the same like.
doesn't have the same juice, the same excitement.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
excited about that. So like that's what I'm saying. We think we always got time. You just never know what could happen too. Like some guy, God forbid something to happen to either one of them, but you just never know, bro. It's like we don't always have time, and so to try to wait out for more money is like how much more money? 3 mil, 3 mil could change everybody. Like,
yeah. It
like
could be you put it in the right places, make it grow, make it work for you. You be all right.
yeah, for sure. So I mean, that was one fight. I always want to see Shakur fight, bro. I always want to
Yeah.
see Shakur fight. I love seeing Shakur fight.
What what
But I
what what
would,
do you make of him, like with the whole 144-pound thing with Devin Haney? Like,
yeah,
is that
he my guy, bro. So I'm gonna just he my,
if
when I
you
say that's
if you
my
don't want to get
guy,
in
bro.
trouble, don't say
Yeah,
nothing.
that's my
But
guy, bro. I can't like when I say he my guy. I ain't
yeah,
even
yeah. All right,
look.
don't
I'm
don't,
a,
don't
I'm
out
gonna
him.
plead
But
the fifth.
okay, okay. Well, go back to Devin. Who do you think would have won between Devin and Keyshawn if it would have taken place? Who do you think? Who would
I,
you
I
favor?
was I was rocking with Devin, bro.
Yep.
Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know either one of them. Like I don't know them personally. But yo, Devin Haney's resume is probably the top resume of them guys in like that era.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he better than Shakur. Shakur is like to me is the most talented. But Devin Haney got the best. He beat the best fighter. He got the best names. Um, I thought the fight with Lomachenko was kind of like,
I
but
thought I thought I thought Lomachenko edged it.
me too.
Yeah.
But it's on his resume, so
Yeah, he got a W.
Can't knock it.
Well, yeah, well, it's funny because like even people like I mean I wasn't always the biggest Devin Haney guy. I prefer other fighters a little more than Devin style wise, but he's fighting so many guys. It's like at some point you just got to give the man his due, you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he's
he was gonna fight Keyshawn right after Brian Noman, you know, back to back undefeated young guys, you know.
bro. He's like a real throwback fighter. I got a lot of respect for him. He should be like a fan favorite, even though a lot of people don't like him because of the whole Ryan Garcia thing. I
Yeah,
don't even understand how people are mad at him for wanting his wanting his record to be cleared of a loss when a guy was taking PEDs. I just don't get it. That's how you know, but that's when you know you got a real like loyal fan base. Like no matter if you wrong or right, they sticking by you. Like,
it's true.
like
Some guys just got it like that. Some guys, you
yeah,
know, they can do no wrong.
bro. I wish boxing would be like, bro. I would fight anybody there.
Yeah.
Like just
Well, that's
no
what it is.
matter.
I feel like it's interesting because I think about these things to myself. You know, fighters at the top level they do have a lot more pressure on them because there's more cameras and attention. But at the same time, it's like it's a little easier to fight everyone when you know that you could lose and your next fight you're still going to sell 8 to 10,000 tickets and people still want to see you fight. It's not the same for a guy who who has been working his way through the rankings for 10 years and finally gets his shot in the middle of his 30s. You know, it's different.
Yeah, yeah, because like I go and I fight Fundora on Amazon Prime, and people like, yo, you fighting on Amazon Prime to coming back home and fighting on a local card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we're not the same.
boxing's
Like,
cool.
but if I would have beat Fundora,
Yeah,
guess what? Fundora would have been back on Amazon
that's on
Prime fighting
Prime. Yeah,
fighting me again.
yeah,
So that'd been the only way. And then after you would have beat me, if you would have beat me in the rematch, guess
yeah,
what? I'm back in the local card.
yeah. It's cool. It's like Robert Merriweather the third. He fought on Paramount Plus on the original Zoom boxing card. Got the performance bonus, all that stuff. And then last night he was in Indiana, somewhere in Indiana fighting. You know, so
Yeah,
it's
it's it.
cool.
They shipping you right back home, yo.
So every fighter's plight isn't the same. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, some guy it's a little bit easier for certain guys to always fight the best, you know,
Yeah.
because they
When
got
you
a
got
safety net.
yeah, when you got the fan base, you got the money behind you, you always they're gonna always be able to put you back in there because they know they can make money off you. I mean, at the end of the day, promoter gotta make money. I understand that. But it's like, man, get the dudes who on the smaller shows and get them a chance, man. Get them a
Yeah,
chance.
there's some gems. There's a lot of gems out there in the world, you know.
Yeah, just just gotta just give us a chance.
Yeah, no, for sure. Um, you mentioned Shakur being your guy, right? Who do you think stylistically is the toughest fight for Shakur Stevenson? Who gives him the hardest
Style,
task?
stylistically, I think Devin Haney.
Devin Haney?
Yeah, I think so. I think they have like I think Devin Haney has like some of the things that Shakur has. It's these. All right, obviously everybody has like skill level, right? We all can like catch, slip punches, duck, but the reflexes that those two have,
Mm.
you can't teach that. That's not something that you teach. They're born with that. Devin Haney's reflexes and Shakur's reflexes are unreal. And it's hard to really see it watching it because you're like, oh yeah, he's dodging punches. But when you get in the ring,
Oh
because
man,
I never been in the ring with Devin Haney, but I've been in the ring with Shakur. And sparring him, I was like, oh shit.
this is why.
Oh shit. Like my boy really just dodging. Like I'm missing a punch like this much. And then
Yeah.
he coming right back with a punch. Like, right, I'm talking about like it's almost like he got a crystal ball and he already knows you about to throw. And you like, yo, what the I'm like, yo, this dude really he like that. I already knew that because I was in the amateurs with him. But, as pros, we sparred as pros. I never sparred him as an amateur. We sparred as pros, and I'm like, wow, he really he got this shit down. And his reflexes is just crazy because even if he makes a bad move, he keeps his eyes open and he's
Mm.
ready to make another adjustment. His feet don't stay in the same spot longer than 2 or 3
Got very
seconds.
good balance too.
Yeah, he's just man, he's and we're not gonna be able to see everything until the best guys fight him. We'll see all of that. You know, the best guys gotta fight him because he gonna make the normal guys look normal. The Zepeda fight, I told everybody, all my boys kept saying I was bugging when I said Zepeda was gonna beat
Lamont
uh
Roach.
Lamont Roach. They were like, yo, you bugging.
Yeah,
He was boxing Tank head off. I said, yo, bro, Tank and him know each other. He knew what to expect. I said, yo, he's not as good as Shakur. Shakur had to really outbox Zepeda, sit in a pocket. I'm like,
yeah,
Lamont Roach don't got that type of skill level. I'm like, bro, he not even close to Shakur. Y'all wildin'. Yo, we got into a big argument the whole day. I was like, yo,
damn.
I can't wait. So when the fight, they were quiet. I just kept looking at them. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Look, they're like, all right. Shakur way better than we thought then. I'm like, yeah, because they kept trying to say he was boring. And I'm like, we just need the guys who are going to go out there and try to really stop him from doing what he do.
He just
Why would
mastered his craft, and for the guys that haven't mastered it, it's gonna be a big gap
Yeah,
in skill level. You know,
way. It's just he's too skillful. He's not gonna sit there and take damage for no reason.
not for sure, for sure. Well, I picked William Zepeda too, actually, in that fight, but I was surprised how well he was able to outbox Lamont Roach. Like, he tweaked some things for that fight, like with the boxing, and just
Yeah,
he mixed it up with the volume punching as well. Like he was really impressive. So it made Shakur look that much
yeah.
crazy.
It really did, and I'm glad it happened that way too. Because I'm like, yo, this is my guy, bro. And I know people be hating that because yo, I always advocate for my boy.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins a welterweight title, he's going to be one of the less than 10 fighters in the history of boxing to be a 5 division champ. You know, only the
Bro,
best of the best have done that. So
he gonna do it too. He gonna do it.
yeah, I think so at some point. But I think he's not trying to rush to 47 because he just got the 40. You know, and
Yeah, I don't
what?
think he should. I don't think he should.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what? I was when I was in Vegas. I had a chance to interview Abdullah Mason. I was on the Portaway podcast with Abdullah Mason. And one of the fights that came up was actually Abdullah Mason potentially fighting William Zepeda in a unification fight. What do you think
That's
about
a
that
good
matchup?
fight. That's a good fight. Damn, that's a good fight.
Because I'm still trying to work it
I,
out what I really think about that fight. I'm not really sure
yeah,
who I pick.
that's a good fight, man. I'm a go. I'm a rock with Abdullah on it. Um, yo, honestly, I'm picking him just because he's younger. Like he
Yeah,
younger, he younger, and he still has that young like recklessness about him. Like when that dude knocked him down with the whole shag in the back,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like he still was reckless and got the knockout. You know, he still got that. You know, I remember when I was young, bro. I could run through a wall, get hit by a car, and still
It didn't matter.
used to be all right. So like
Yeah,
he's that kind of fighter. Like he gonna fall, but he gonna get back up. Um, yeah, I think Zepeda, it would be a lot for him to deal with, you know, a young guy throwing that many punches, and even though Zepeda is a volume puncher, and he
he
showed
does.
he showed he could box a little bit now too,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
But I got to rock with Abdullah on that though. But that's a good matchup.
No, it's a great matchup. I'm hoping it gets made because I feel like Top Rank won't do the fight. I think a Golden Boy would probably do the fight. I don't think Top Rank would do the fight just because Abdul's like the young star. You know, Top Rank's really particular with how they move guys. They're very good at it. They're so good at it. They get
Yeah,
criticized for it. You know.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that. Honestly, I don't really feel like they the worst. Like they don't. I don't feel like they like hold their dude's hand that much. But because that Sam Noakes fight, he was in the fight.
That was
He
a good
was in the
fight.
fight. He was in the fight. And then The dude with the shag. I don't, you know, he was. I don't.
Johan Vasquez. Johan
Yeah, I
Vasquez.
don't think he was supposed to, get knocked down in that fight, but it made for an entertaining fight. So, they matching him with some guys who can
Albert Bell
fight.
was a guy a lot of people didn't want to fight for years.
Yeah, Albert Bell. That was Albert Bell fight, and Albert Bell, bro, was doing good in the beginning.
Yeah.
Abdullah was having a tough time in the beginning, and then being young though and having that gas tank, making those adjustments. He's quick too. So um, yeah, I like Abdullah though, man. I'm a fan of the kid.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I like him a lot. But Cordell, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. It's been great talking to you. Is there any final message you want to give to the box world about yourself, your career, just all that stuff?
I just want to say, man, if any promoters or managers out here, y'all watch this, bro, just send a contract, bro. We easy to make the fight with. We're very easy. It's just me and my manager, Paul. We got no promoter, no other advisors, nothing. Just us, bro. You can send the contract. We got my co-manager, Meta as well, Meta World Peace. You can reach out to him too.
Is he really
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
best over
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh
I
shit!
had it. So that's what, I had to do the Malice in the Palace one time. You know what I mean? Maybe I jump out the ring and start fighting one of the
You might
people
need
in
to
the
do that.
crowd.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. I ain't gonna mess the money up. But yo, we easy to make the fight with. So anybody, man, just if you're looking for a fight, if you think I'm not good and that's why you're not, show me. I'll be a tune up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. All right. Well, Cordell, it was a pleasure, man. Thank you. We'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, anytime, big.
All right, bro.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
sharing your platform with me.
Yes, sir.